All right, applause or laughs? Hey, Bill, I was watching one of your older specials because I fucked up and forgot to get tickets to the one you filmed on Friday. By the way, congratulations. I can't wait to see it. Thank you. Why is my stomach grumbling? I bought all this fucking... I
know, because we ate KFC.
Yeah, we ate shit food.
We should not have.
No. Well, I ate so well up to the special. I kind of went off the rails this weekend. But starting tomorrow, I'm getting back into it. All right, on this particular special, why do I do this? I notice a lot of people in the crowd cheering versus laughing. So here's a simple question. While on stage, what gives you a greater sense of accomplishment, laughs or applause?
That's a really good question.
Thanks. And fuck those people who tell you to fuck yourself.
That's
laughs usually.
It's a really interesting question.
Well, the applause is an applause break. Usually a laugh goes into an applause. Mm-hmm. It's never like you just say something. If you just say something and nobody laughs and they just applaud, then you kind of made a statement, and that's like the douche chill moment. Like, I mean, what they really need to be doing is spending more money on education.
Right. That's applause.
Yeah, if you're doing that during a comedy show, I'll tell you, that's a rough one, you know?
So you'd rather laughter.
Yeah, I much.
Remember laughter.
Yeah, I like when they're laughing. I will say that applause is great too, but sometimes during like a taping, then that's when it just you'll as a rookie you'll feel weird, like, oh my god, they're clapping and they're all overly amped up because they know they want you to have a good special, so they're clapping, and then you don't know what to do, but they'll always edit around it because they can make it shorter. So for the comics out there, don't worry about those moments. They can also, if you have a dumb look on your face, like, please stop clapping so I can get to my next joke, they'll just go to the master shot and they won't see that look on your face, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But yeah, I definitely like making people laugh to the point that they can't clap. That's what I would prefer. You know, I of course don't always do that, but there are guys out there that I've seen like it's hard for like a Brian Regan level funny guy when I would watch him live for the crowd to even be able to applaud because they're laughing so hard.
Yeah.
He's the first guy I ever saw made somebody slump over. Like, there was an empty chair next to this lady. I think the other person fucking ran to the back of the room. He was killing so hard. And
I like that kind of laugh.
The woman was just fucking...
I like that kind of laugh where you, like... You've seen when I laugh really hard, and if I'm sitting down, I get up and I, like, run away because I'm laughing so hard. It's too much. I love that kind of laugh. That's like that Apollo laughter. Because you know how, like, black people, like at the Apollo, if they're laughing really hard, they're, like, freaking out.
Yes.
And, like, getting out of their seat and just, like...
waving towels and shit. Like, yeah, the whole...
And, like, hitting each other.
Yeah.
Like, when we think something's funny, we think it's really fucking funny.
Yeah. And when you don't think it's funny, you really don't think it's funny. Yeah, that's what I learned during those rooms. Black crowd's going to have fun with or without you, so you better...
Basically.
Yeah, they're either going to laugh with you or they're going to laugh at you.
There's no pity laughter. There's no pity applause. No, we don't do that. You better be funny.
Some of the fucking heckles I got in those rooms. The worst is when they would just be talking to each other about how not funny you were. I'll never forget, just on stage, just bombing. It was just dead silence. And I just heard this woman in the middle of the crowd. She just looked around at everybody. She just goes, I ain't laughed yet. And I was just like, oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh, and there was no.
Oh God, I love black audiences.
There was no
so much fun because there's no politeness.
Yeah, if you're in the crowd. If you're in the crowd.
No, of course.
Yes.
If I was on stage, it's so rough, but it's so enjoyable to be a part of it because nobody cares about your feelings.
Oh, not at all. Not even fucking remotely. Whenever I did a black show,
I ain't laughed yet.
No, just so like
that's hilarious. But terrible for you.
Dead.
Sorry.
No, she was right though. Whenever I did those shows, I always felt like in the end, whenever I did the the uptown rooms, as they call it. You'd get off stage and you asked yourself one of two questions. One, why am I not world famous yet? Or two, what the fuck did I ever, why the fuck did I ever think I should ever even be in this business? Because it went one way or the other. You either murdered or you wanted to crawl out of there.
Yeah.
Talent used to have this room, LeBar Bat, on the fucking Upper West Side. It was after work, black crowd, and it was every other fucking time. Every other time I killed, every other time I fucking ate it. And oh man, I saw them fucking Jimmy Mack, Uncle Jimmy Mack, rest his soul.
Yeah.
I saw him one time. He was having a tough set. I think I bombed. It was just one of those fucking crowds that just weren't laughing that week. Every other week they'd laugh, every other week they weren't, and he was having a tough set. And I just remember he was bombing so bad, and this woman was heckling him so bad he had to bring up his career. He started talking about his IMDb. Like, yeah, I've done. And he goes, he brought up how he did Comic View or something like that, and like he goes, I don't give a shit. He's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. You don't think I'm funny? You know, I got a career. And she just went like, I can't remember how she said. She said, N-word, what career? And then just dressed him down. I remember I had to go on after it, and like, Jimmy was the man, right? He was the fucking man. And I'm just like, this guy's got 10 years on me. If he can't handle this fucking crowd, what's going to happen to me? And they would just, like, he got off, and then I went up, Talent went up, and Talent had this tag where he would, the worst tag that Talent could say after your set was when he would go up, he'd be like, come on, y'all, comedy ain't easy. When he said that, you were the guy who bombed. It was just like, oh, fuck, right? So he already did for Jimmy. Come on, y'all, comedy ain't easy, right? The only time I ever saw him have to do it for Jimmy, because he always killed. And then he brought me up that, oh, God, I thought about that fucking show for like a month. I would just think of the shit that people said to me. I'd be in the shower thinking of it, and just it would pop into my head, and I'd do that thing, like trying to shout it out of my head.
Here's the thing, though, Bill, because you always talk about how heckling like is a part of stand-up comedy, right? But
absolutely, it is.
But the thing is, though, I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it, but I just feel like you don't do that. You don't fucking heckle. You let people go up and do their thing, and then like that's it. Like you don't heckle people at a play. You don't. Well, I guess people do heckle people at concerts and shit like that, sort of. But for the most part, you don't. Why is it that stand-up?
That's what makes stand-up awesome.
Creates this environment where people really feel like they need to interact with you to that level.
Because you're standing there and you're not giving a speech. You're talking to them.
Okay.
So, like, I think it's that. Like, bands get heckled and all that. Yeah, I love hecklers. That to me, like.
But you're not. But you don't want to encourage people to be heckling to a point of disruption.
No, like not to that level, but like those. It's I don't know. It's. I always thought it was the most terrifying thing when I started out. Like, what am I going to do? Because you knew it was going to happen. What am I going to do when I get heckled? Mm-hmm. What am I going to say? And blah, 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 blah. Like, what the fuck is going to happen? But watching seasoned vets handling hecklers was like this art form. It was an art form within the art form. Mm-hmm. So,
and you're really good at handling hecklers, but I can see why some stand-ups would want those people tossed from the place because they're disrupting the shit. And what you're going to spend?
Yeah, but but it's always been that way.
Material that you're working on so hard.
Richard Pryor got heckled,
fucked up by somebody in the crowd.
Richard Pryor got heckled in his own stand-up special. Okay, if he didn't whine about it, like I don't think anybody else should be. Yeah. Okay, if the crowd's going to heckle him, like what are you fucking special? Like I look, every comedian can run their shit the way that they want to run their shit, but like I look at it like I say a lot of fucked up things on stage that are going to make, I always fucking give women shit and like, are they really supposed to just sit there and not say anything? When I go down south, I'm always talking, I'm always fucking around. Going, when you guys came here, you took a shit in your outhouse, and you came down here, at some point, somebody's going to Somebody's gonna
so obnoxious.
Yeah, like
you definitely like to push people's buttons that way. That's for sure.
Yeah, because it's fun. That's what people did.
You're a provocateur.
No, I'm not. It's breaking balls, and then they bust your balls back, and then it's funny.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I understand that.
I don't know. I do get annoyed when some people like they'll say like, do they heckle at a Broadway play? It's like, dude, you're not doing this. Isn't Broadway.
That's all right, the way I look at it.
Twinkle toes.
No,
go fucking put on your tap shoes and a cat suit.
That's
and go
the way I look at it, though. You wouldn't heckle a Broadway show. Why are you heckling a comedian? But
because you don't go to a Broadway show and somebody go, hey, look at this fucking jerk off. What do you do for a living?
That's a good point.
Yeah, they don't do that either, right?